Hello everyone, welcome back. In our last video, we have seen what is dashboard, and I've also shown you how you can use the existing dashboards that Google has created. And in the end, I have shown you how you can actually create the custom dashboard based on your specific needs. Let me ask you something. If your system went down at 2 a.m. and there is no alert, and then you logged in at 9 a.m., you find out your system is down from 2 a.m. Then you investigate what was the cause of the issue, and finally you fix the issue by 10 a.m. So that is total 8 hours your system was down. Now imagine same thing, your system went down at 2 a.m., but this time you get notified. So as your system went down at 2 a.m., you get an alert that your system is down. So you logged into your system, look for the issue, and you finally fix the issue by 2:30 a.m. So within half an hour, you were able to fix the issue and your system was down for only half an hour. So that's difference of like 7.5 hours without alerting. So that is why we actually need alerting. So alert will help you fix the things when you are not looking at the dashboards. So that's why we need alerting, because in your organization you have so many dashboards, so many systems that you need to take care of it, and you can't be seeing dashboard for each and every metric, right? For that you will need alerting. So let me deep dive into what is alert. So the alert is created when any metrics went above the threshold that you have set up. So let's take a basic example. You have created one alert for CPU usage, and if your CPU usage is 90% or more than 90% for, let's say, 10 minutes. So as soon as this threshold is passed, it will trigger an alert, and based on the notification method you have used, like for example, if you have used, it should trigger an email to your specific group. So what alert will do, as soon as your CPU went 90% or above for 10 minutes, so it will trigger an email to your group with the details such as your CPU usage for this VM is 92% from last 10 minutes. And one important thing, alert will not fix your problem, because it will just notify you your system has something wrong, and rest of the things you need to take care, because it will trigger a notification that okay, my system is down. Now I will see why my system is down, what are the logs and everything, and based on all those investigation I will fix the issue. So I have logged into the Google Cloud. Look for logging and alerting, or if you want you can click on overview, and in the left bar you can see a lot of options. So let's look for alerting. So in the detect section you can see alerting, so let's click on that. So in alerting, now you can see there are a lot of options available, such as create policy, edit the notification channel, and then in summary you can see incident firing, incident acknowledge, alert policies. So everything is 0 because we haven't set up any alerts. So let's go ahead and create our first policy. So just click on create policy. So in create policy you can see two options. First is builder and second is code editor. So in code editor means like you can write a query, using that you can create the alert policy. So this is bit advanced. So we will start with first builder. So in select metrics, so we will select the metrics based on which we want alert to be triggered. So in this select metric option you can see there are a lot of options available. Like these are active resources, and based on that you can actually set up the policy. So in VM instance, you can see it shows 45 metrics that you can leverage. So let's click on that, and you can see the categories such as firewall, instance, and lots of others. So what we'll do, we'll click on instance, which has 30 metrics, and we'll select CPU usage. So click on CPU usage and apply. So here in rolling window, we will select the time. So let's select 1 minute, and in the rolling window function, you can select if you want the minimum, maximum, mean, count, and what. So we'll select maximum here, because what we want, our CPU usage went up till 90 or above for 1 minute. It should trigger an alert. Click on next then. So in the conditions type, you have 3 options. First is threshold. Threshold means condition trigger if a time series rises above or falls below a value for a specific duration window. Second is like metric absence, which is condition trigger if any time series in the metrics has no data. Like if there is no data for specific metric, it will use that as a condition type. And the last one, which is forecast, it's still in preview mode. Condition triggers if any time series in the matrix is projected to cross the threshold in the near future. So we'll keep threshold as it is, like we'll select threshold as a condition type. Next is alert trigger. Any time series violates, or percent of time series violate, number of time series violate, or all the time series violate. So we'll click all the time series violate, and threshold is like if it goes above threshold. So we'll click above threshold, and threshold value, let's select 90. So you can select any, but we want to use 90 as a threshold value. So whenever CPU usage is more than 90 for a minute, it should trigger an alert. Condition name is VM instance CPU usage. That's fine. Click next. Okay. So in the configuration notification section, you have to select the channel, notification channel. So notification channel means how you will get the notification, like by email, or you have a chat group. So let's select the notification channel, and I'll show you how many options are available. So as we haven't created any of the notification channel yet, so we'll have to create one. So click on manage notification channel, and as you can see, we have so many options here. Google Chat, Pager Duty, Slack, webhooks, email, SMS, PubSub. Okay, so you can select multiple, or if you want a single channel, you can do so. So in our case, we'll do email. We will select email. So you need to click on add new. You have to type the email address. Let's type my email ID. Okay, so I have entered my email address as well as the display name. Or if you want, we can use also like the CPU usage above. So click on save. So this has been done, and so now we can see one channel, that is CPU usage above. We'll click that, click OK, and what subject line you want, like whenever email is triggered due to the high threshold, what should be the subject line of that email. So you can say that CPU usage is above 90%. Once the issue is resolved and you want it should trigger one more email, so you need to click on notify on incident closure. That means whenever the incident has been closed, it will also trigger an email to you. So if you want to add a auto class duration, that means like after this much of time, the incident should be closed. So you can select that. So I'll keep by default as it is for now. Labels will keep it as it is. Policy, security level. So we'll make this as critical because this is one of the critical thing. If your CPU usage is more than 90, that means the request may be timed out after some period of time. So we don't want that to happen because this is our production application where we are setting this alert. So we want to treat this alert as a critical. Okay, everything is, so just give the alert policy name. Okay, so everything is done. Click next. So in our alerting section, you can see we have one alert policy that we have created, but there is no incident still now because our CPU usage is still low. Okay, so everything is done. Like we were able to create the policy and everything. Now let's test this policy to see if the email is getting triggered as soon as our CPU usage goes above 90. So what I'll going to do that, I will increase the CPU usage of our VM using some stress testing, so that we can test if the alerting is working or not. Now let's logging into our VM, and I will increase the CPU usage using stress test. So click on SSH. I'm just trying to log in into this VM. Okay, let's first upgrade this system. So command for that is sudo apt upgrade -y. Oh, now let's first install the stress app. So the command is sudo apt install stress. Okay, stress is already the new, so stress is already installed here. Now let's increase the CPU usage on our VM. To increase the CPU usage and memory usage on your VM, the command is this stress we'll use stress app, then CPU and memory we are increasing for 60 seconds. So click on this and it will gradually increase the CPU usage on your VM. If you want, we can check that as well. Okay, so go ahead. So as we can see, the CPU usage for our VM is increased till it's 86 right now, and our threshold was 90, so it wouldn't trigger an email. So let's maybe modify something here. What we can do, we'll modify the existing alert and make it like 80. So threshold value, I'll change that to, let's select 75 and click on save policy. Okay, so you can see this has been updated to 75 now. Now let's do that test again. And now let's see if it triggers an alert or not. Okay, it shows CPU utilization is like more than 100. Let me check my email first if I got the alert or not. I don't see any of the email yet. Let's check in. No, I didn't receive it. So let's troubleshoot this, like why we are not receiving an email. Because as you can see, our CPU usage is currently like or like at 5:09 p.m. it was 139 point. So it should have triggered an alert. Let's review the policy that we have created. Maybe we have missed something. Okay, it's CPU usage. Let's change that to CPU utilization and let's see. Okay, now as you can see, the one incident has been fired, and even on my email ID, I did receive a notification like CPU usage is above. So with that, I have other details such as CPU usage was above the threshold and what was the current CPU usage. That's also mentioned with the policy name, time, project, and condition, and all those details are shown here. Let me open the email here so that you will also see how, what was the email that I've received for this alert. So you can see I have couple of emails that I've received because our CPU usage was high. Okay, I haven't changed the subject line. That's the reason it shows the CPU usage is about 90%, but it should have been more than 75%. So if you open this email, you can see we have the details such as alert firing, the incident type is critical, VM instance CPU utilization is above threshold of 75%. So all those details you can see here. Okay, the alert is recovered as well because our CPU usage now went to normal. So it automatically also share an email as we have selected that option. If the CPU usage went to normal usage, then it should also trigger an email. You can click on view incident, see more details. So I've clicked on view incident. So here you can see the incident is closed now because our CPU usage went to normal. The CPU usage is reduced now. So that's why the alert is closed. So this is how you can actually create alert policy. Similarly, if you want to add other things such as if you want to add any other chat group email ID, if you want to add chat group, or if you want to add Slack channel, so everything you can do that. So currently incident firing status went to 0 because the incident is now closed because our CPU usage is now normal. So I hope you understand how we have created the alert policy. I hope you understand this session. So just give me a thumbs up and stay tuned for our upcoming videos. Thank you.